Alright then, let's do our Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 recap. We started out working on the domain name, built a site with WordPressCourse.com, and I was going to get ranked, built a site with WordPress. As I said at the beginning of these tutorials, always do keyword research. While doing the keyword research, I found it would be much easier, at least I felt it would be much easier, to rank for these keywords. How to build a WordPress website from scratch. So that is what I ended up working on. So what I ended up doing was a web page with the title How to Build a WordPress Website from Scratch, and I made it my home page. So in effect what happened was my Tier 2 page became the home page, the Tier 1 page. Then what I did was my first blog post, and I called it How to Build a WordPress Website from Scratch Part 2, and I pointed it back to the first page. And then I did How to Build a WordPress Website from Scratch Part 3, and I pointed it back at the original page. I did this all the way up to Part 8, and the video that you're watching right now is going on Part 9. So in effect, this is what's happening. All of these blog posts are pointing back at this web page. This web page I made the home page. So we have the Tier 3s, the blog posts, pointing at the web page. Remember, at any point in time you can change your Tier 1 from any Tier 2 page. So let's go and see how we're actually making out for this keyword. Alright, here we are in Google, and I am signed out. And just a reminder, if you're thinking of purchasing an SEO course, make sure that the person that's selling it to you is always signed out or else hiding personal results. If someone signed into Google, their last blog post is going to get ranked, and there's nothing special about that. Anyway, let's go how to build a WordPress website from scratch. And let's scroll down here. And right here is a post I did 2 days ago in the Warrior forum. And I'm going to remind you of how I use this again shortly. And let's go to page 2. Right up top is my domain name, or the Tier 1, which I call it. And right below that is the Tier 2 page, Tier 3 page, sorry, the blog post. And below that is my Daily Motion video. And don't forget, YouTube is going to eventually outrank Daily Motion because they're not going to let their competition beat them out, right? And if there's anything down below this, let me check this one. Yes, this is my playlist. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on page 2 and the one on page 1. Now let's go to images. There's an image right there. Another one of my images right there. One right here and one right here. And images, there's another one here and here. Images have a big role in ranking your websites. Also, let's go to blogs. Here's my ISM blog, my GVO video. Right here, someone is using my content to help rank their website. This is called content curation, and it works, and it's good for this person and your blog too. And last but not least, let's go to videos. Here we are right here. And let's go to YouTube. And let's bring this in a tight search. And there you go. So we're at number 1, 2, 3, all the way down. Almost all the way down anyway. And probably the next page too. Yeah, pretty much we dominate YouTube with our videos. Okay, that's it for now. What I'm going to do is remind you of how I use the Warrior Forum, the ISM Magic blog, and Better Networker. Okay, when I do a blog post on my blog, it's a full blog post, 500 to 700 words, and I've got the images that are anchor tagged, and I usually have either at least one video and sometimes up to 5 short videos. Hang on a second, please. As I was saying, and I have 4, maybe 5 keywords, and some of them I have linked back to the first page and the image at the bottom. Now when I use Better Networker and ISM and Warrior Form, it's different. It's more like a little short article with the links that go back to my main website. Same thing for ISM Magic, and you've seen how well these sites rank. And the Warrior Form, see how short this blog post is, and yet it made it to page 1. When I write a blog post, I just write it up on the WordPad document. And what I'm going to do this time is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to take almost the exact same blog that I put on these 3 websites, and I'm going to put it as part 9 on my main domain name so you can see exactly how I do it. And this is going to be the last blog post video in this training series. All I'm going to do now is go and show you basically how to build a WordPress website from scratch, and I'm going to use this domain. I'm not going to go through all of the SEO stuff. I'm just going to upload WordPress and add the plugins and stuff to it. So I hope that this has done you some good. If so, at the bottom of these posts, just share it, tweet it, Facebook share it, and pay it forward. This training can get to be very expensive, and if you can give back, please do. So bye for now.